close to home today. And why's that?
It was supposed to rain today.
Yep, we're just outside of Wrexham, exploring Minera and Wrexham's mining history in the rain. But
Glorious weather.
who knew? In today's video, Wills is an urban explorer.
This is really cool.
We meet her,
YouTube sheep.
and Wills is as unfunny as usual.
Hello, you.
Top that off with a cracking Sunday roast and a stunning waterfall, and we've got an adventure on our hands. If you don't know us, we are Postcard and a Pint, consisting of Rach, Wills and Doris today. Now let's get exploring. It's crazy that you can live in an area all of your life and still not have seen all there is to see. Like today, this is a totally new one on us. Over to you.
We're about to start the Clwedog Valley Trail, and along the way we're going to learn about mining in this area just outside Wrexham. Let's go.
The ground here at Minera is geologically rich in lead ore. This site has been mined across the centuries. Tell us more, Rach.
Although mining may have taken place here since the time of King Edward I, it was in the High Victorian era that it became popular and profitable.
Most of the buildings that still stand today were built between 1860 and 1890. It does appear that some aren't safe these days. But the Meadow Shaft engine house is the most iconic and best preserved from this period. It's hard to think of this place being a hive of industry and the major employer in the area. What are we thinking so far then?
It was supposed to rain today, that's why we've stayed local, ready to get hit by the showers, be close to home. It's glorious weather.
I don't know. All this fascinating history, and all you can talk about is the weather. How very British. Entire villages grew up around the mines in this area. Coedpoeth, Minera and Brimbo expanded rapidly. Many families had multiple generations working at the mine. Boys as young as 10 were employed here in lighter roles. The mine drove the local economy, boosting demand for coal, timber and local goods and services. In the early 20th century, falling lead prices, rising water levels and global competition led to a sharp decline in employment. This mine closed in 1914, causing widespread job losses and economic hardship in the area. Oh, but you two don't seem to care. Looks like you're going off for a walk. That's very pretty. Now tell us where you're off to.
Now, we don't actually know where we're going. We were going to head that way, which is towards the Plas Power Woods where the waterfall is, but there's a quarry, get off me, there's a quarry up that way, which we also wanted to go to, so I don't know, we're going to go that way.
Right, quarry it is, I think. Never ever trust Wills with the route. His sense of direction is powered entirely by guesswork and overconfidence. See? Over to you, Rach. Now have you got a better idea of where we're heading? Excellent. But when in doubt, do this.
We've just met a very helpful man who's walking his dog, lovely, lovely dog, and he says we are on the right path to the quarry. We go straight on this path, through a gate, over a road, through another short wooded path, over another road, through another gate, and then if we keep going straight, we should get there.
Got it. Straight on with some gates and a couple of roads thrown in. It was a lovely walk, and there was hardly a soul on it. And what's that in the undergrowth, Rach?
All along the path there are old stone remains of buildings, outbuildings, I don't know what they were, but just imagine this place when it was back in the day, mining and producing lead. Incredible. And what's that, Wills?
And that'll be the road we've got to cross. Phase 1, complete.
See, we were paying attention. It was our type of walk. Flat. Ah, a Sunday walk in nature. You can't beat it. It was all going swimmingly well, and before we knew it...
Road number 2, ready to cross, phase 2, complete.
And when faced with a gate...
It's Gate of the Week. Hey, Nick and Jill, you'll be proud of us today. We're doing some walking.
Albeit on the flat, but we're still walking. And it's still not raining. All around us were remains of old buildings from the mining days. And what are we filming now, Rach?
Now we think this larger building we're passing now is possibly the steam house. Our friendly, helpful locals said we'd pass a steam house, a big building. It once housed a steam engine. And I forgot what you said after that. Sorry.
So you weren't paying that much attention then? Meanwhile, Wills got distracted by a field.
Now that's a good snowman field.
The things I have to put up with. Anyway, on we walked, and then we came to...
I don't think he mentioned this road. Are we going the right way?
I'll reserve judgment, But then we found
Hello, you.
You want to be on camera? You're a YouTube sheep.
a YouTube sheep.
That's weird, they never come over.
Hello, you.
You! Get it? Will's finally made a funny. About time.
We normally stroke dogs, but we don't normally stroke sheep.
No. No. Are you hand-reared, mister?
We had no snacks, so...
You want this grass? It's dead nice.
You eat it then.
Not that. Got it?
She's not looking impressed there, Rach.
No. It's not a biscuit. Does your baby lamb want it?
They'd rather have a jammy dodger, but you keep trying.
No.
No.
Well, you're very gorgeous. How gorgeous are those sheep? I've never seen sheep that tame. I'm thinking they actually wanted a biscuit rather than grass, but you know, gorgeous.
Right, leave the sheep alone. We've got a quarry to find. It really was a very straight walk. So much so.
I think we're actually walking along an old railway track. When I read about this place this morning, it said that there was a big network of railways that would take the limestone from the quarries to various places. The quarry we have yet to find. Come on.
OK, so this bit got a bit twisty and turny, but we were still confident of finding the quarry. Past this posh house, into a car park, and hey presto, we'd found it. But before the quarry, it was over the bridge and onto Kiln Walk. Wills?
We've just discovered the Hoffman Kilns. They're behind me. These were designed by a German chap called Mr. Hoffman, but apparently there's only 3 left in the UK.
I'd like to point out that Wills had done zero research this morning, and this was not the Hoffman Kiln. I guess they were kilns though. Let's keep walking. All Wills knew about the Hoffman Kiln was that you could go in it, and he's a bit of an urban explorer at heart. Hey up, that might be it. This is a rare and historically significant example of Victorian industrial architecture. It served as one of the most important lime building operations in Wales in the 19th century. This one was built in 1868, and its purpose was to convert limestone to quicklime. What do we think?
This is really cool.
The kiln is about 80 metres long and forms a looped tunnel system. It has 24 chambers, and each chamber could hold up to 120 tonnes of limestone. The design allows for different chambers to be loaded, fired and cooled in a sequence, creating a highly effective system with minimal heat loss. Now, Wills, are you still enjoying this piece of engineering?
And this might be the Hoffman Kiln. Who knows?
Me. Next time we go out, do your research. Now out you come, Mr. Urban Explorer. There's so much more to see. As you start to walk around this kiln, you get to see quite how massive it is. Long after lead mining had stopped, limestone quarrying continued here. All we need to do now is cross back over the bridge, make our way through the car park, and before you know it,
We found it.
to be honest, nature has already taken over much of this quarry. And although we got some lovely shots, it was a bit of an anticlimax. It's a lovely place for a walk though, and it's great for spotting wildlife. You can see peregrine falcons, ravens and kestrels here. Lizards, slowworms and adders are also residents of this quarry. Yes, there are signs saying you might die at any given moment, but we found it peaceful. The lead mine had closed in 1914. But what about limestone quarrying? Did that last much longer? Tell us more, Rach.
Long after lead mining had stopped, limestone quarrying still carried on here, all the way up until 1993. But now it's that time of the video when Wills is
Starving!
Now, I think we've led you to believe that this had been a really long walk. It hadn't. Thoughts?
Well, that's been a really fun way to spend the morning.
Hasn't it?
It's been a lovely walk. You got to do your urban exploring.
I was an explorer.
Yes, you went into
Caver.
that kiln. It's a really lovely walk, and it's not a hard walk at all. Apart from climbing up out the car park, it's been flat all the way.
Yeah, it's
probably
been good.
because it's been on old rail tracks. But
So what was it, about a mile and 3/4, I think,
Yeah.
from the first place to the quarry?
from the Minera lead mine
Yeah.
to the quarry. But yeah, highly recommend it for a lovely walk. We've not seen many people at all, and it's not a
Lots
bad
of
day.
dogs.
Lots of
And
dogs,
some cute sheep.
a horse, and yeah, it's been great. But we're on our way back to the car now because Wills is starving as usual, and we will see you when we get back to the car.
So Sadly, Wills's attention span didn't last that long. This is a game he likes to play. He calls it Rachel Rage Roulette. I, however, call it auditioning for a swift punch in the face. I too have my own game. It's based on Pin the Tail on the Donkey. I call it Stick the Sticky on the Wibby. My record is 7. Today was poor, but funny. Right, let's speed this up. A, it's really boring. And B, Soft Lad might expire without a Sunday lunch in his near future. It did seem a lot faster on the way back. Almost there. Just down these stairs. Hang a quick left. And we're back at the lead mines.
We're almost back at the car now, and I've had a quick Google to see where's doing food. We've got a choice of 3. Teen a Capel, the Nag's Head or the King's Head. So I think we're going to go for the King's Head because it's got the highest rating on TripAdvisor. Let's go.
We were driving to Bwlch Gwyn, just over a mile away. Pub found, and we were keen to get inside. Bwlch Gwyn is one of the highest villages in Wales, and it serves Wrexham lager. Perfect. Side note, it was only a shandy. Cheers to the pair of you. We'll give you a food review later in this video, but spoiler alert, it was fantastic. Now, there's just a waterfall to find. And
we've driven as close as we can to the waterfall. We can hear water, so maybe we're in luck, and we'll do a food review in a bit.
Plas Power Woods are part of Nant Mill Country Park, and the Bersham or Plas Power Waterfall is a man-made weir in the River Clwedog that runs through it. Now what can you see? And food review!
We found it and it's really pretty. We're at the top, there's people swimming in it, so we need to get down to the bottom. But first off, food review from me. Wowee, highly recommend the King's Head. That was one of the best Sunday dinners we've had in ages. The gravy was lovely, it was thick. For me, the meat was probably a little bit overcooked, but that I didn't ask for medium meat, so neither here nor there. The veg were cooked to perfection, and the best mash and cauliflower cheese for ages.
I went for the turkey dinner, or as I like to call it, the Christmas dinner, and it didn't disappoint. As Rachel said, it's one of the best ones we've had for a long time. Mash was lovely, great roasties, Yorkshire pudding, ace, vegetables fantastic. I love stuffing, really like stuffing. A bit of cranberry on the turkey, really good. 10 out of 10.
Great reviews. Now we've just got to traverse these stepping stones to get to this idyllic waterfall. I was first, and home and dry in no time at all. Even Will's didn't fall in today. Then it was a scramble down, and it was a beautiful and tranquil spot, and after 5 minutes, it was all ours. Yes, of course I went for a paddle. It was freezing. What are we thinking about this then, Rach?
What an absolutely beautiful place. When we got here, there was one family swimming. It's a really good wild swimming spot. They've gone now, we've got it all to ourselves. Just beautiful.
We enjoyed this beautiful little spot. Will's made some field recordings. And I wished I'd brought my swimming stuff. But all postcard and a pint day trips come to an end, and it was time to cross the stepping stones once again and make our way home.
That was so cool. What a beautiful waterfall right in the middle of a forest, and as I said, family when we got there, had it to ourselves for the rest of it. What a beautiful day. That's a thing you need to do after a nice Sunday lunch, is come for a walk in the woods and see a gorgeous waterfall. That's us all done for today. We'll see you back at home for a pint and a catch-up. Well, wasn't that a lovely Sunday?
Wasn't it?
And that's all it was. It was a lovely Sunday where we saw not massive things like castles or stuff like that, but it was just really, really lovely.
You know what I enjoyed? Just the fact that we didn't really have any plans. We didn't do a lot of research. We'd watched a little bit about it in the morning. And I mean, it's on our doorstep. I've never been there before. I think I did as a child, but I can't remember much of it.
I've never been there, and it's fascinating thinking how that area shaped the outskirts of Wrexham, how many people worked there. It was the main employer, and then the limestone quarrying as well. And it was a lovely walk. We made it look like a very long walk. It was 1.75 miles. It wasn't that long.
It took us a couple of hours in total, didn't it?
Because we kept bumbling and getting lost and talking to animals. And
big shout out to the pub though. Great pub.
Oh, that was
King's
so good. Really, really good. Tops and dinner. Best cooked vegetables.
Oh.
And they're sometimes either like too crunchy, too soggy. They were lovely.
Best Christmas dinner for a while.
What you like. And then that waterfall.
Beautiful, wasn't it?
Just stunning. And
you were desperate to get. Well, you did go in.
I did go in.
Did a paddle.
But I've since looked today. There's more waterfalls in that forest.
Oh, are
that
there?
is just one of a few.
We'll have to go back.
We'll have to go back. Right.
Hey, we've got a shout out.
We have got a shout out.
We have got a shout out. We'd like to say a massive thank you to Vanessa M. Tanner. When we did our Barmouth video a couple of weeks ago, she reached out to us and said, don't know if you're interested, but I've written a book about Barmouth. Would you like a copy? Yes, we would, we said.
Yeah.
And I must admit, I haven't read it yet. But
I
you
have,
haven't
yeah.
you? You enjoyed
so
it.
It arrived and it was really, really interesting. It's called The Barmouth Affairs, and it's about life in Barmouth in the early 70s. A couple moved from West Bromwich, Birmingham area over there, and it just shows how Barmouth is a close-knit community. And
mentioned a lot of places.
Yeah, mentioned a lot of the places that, so if you love Barmouth, it's well worth a read. It's a nice, really good story. I really, really enjoyed it. I've read it over this week, and thank you for sending it.
And it's on Amazon and all that stuff. We'll put a link in.
We'll put a link, so if you like Barmouth, then get yourself a copy, have a read. And
good holiday read.
Yeah, especially if you're going on holiday to Barmouth, you'll sit there and go, oh yeah, I've done that, I've done that.
That's there.
Yeah, they went up that Dinas Ola, they never fell off.
Oh.
Like me.
Chickens.
Watch that if you want to see how chickeny we were. Anyway, chickeny. Are we going to wrap this up now?
We should indeed. If you would hit that button, if you do the likey thing, if you thumbs up, leave us a comment, Patreon, anything like that is all good.
Just reach out. We love to chat. We really, really do.
Indeed.
And let's sign this off, as we say.
In Postcard and the Pint, cheers to the good times. What do you call it when a piano falls down a mine shaft?
I don't know.
A flat minor.
Oh.